In this podcast episode, WWE World Heavyweight Champ Seth Rollins joins the hosts to discuss various topics. The conversation starts with a discussion about Rollins being a romantic type of guy and going to Buca di Beppo with Becky Lynch. They then talk about Rollins' experience of being attacked by a fan and his hatred for Dominik Mysterio. Rollins shares his experience of being attacked by a fan during a live event. He describes how a person tackled him and how it took several people to get the fan off him. He also talks about the exposure of the escort industry and how it has changed over the years. The conversation then shifts to Rollins' fashion style and his stylist, King Troy. Rollins explains how he started working with King Troy and how he enjoys experimenting with his looks for WWE events. He also talks about his own fashion sense and how he prefers a more casual style when he is not in the ring. Rollins discusses his career in WWE and how he feels he is in the prime of his career. He talks about the physical toll wrestling takes on his body and the injuries he has dealt with. He also mentions the adrenaline rush he gets from performing in front of a live audience. The hosts ask Rollins about his thoughts on the pain and physicality of wrestling. Rollins acknowledges that wrestling can be painful and physically demanding, but he also mentions the adrenaline and the warrior mentality that comes with it. He talks about the importance of enduring the suffering and pushing through the pain. Rollins reflects on his career and the impact he has had on the WWE audience. He talks about his heel run and how he has come to enjoy being booed by the fans. He also shares an incident where a fan attacked him and his decision not to press charges against the fan. The conversation then turns to Rollins' role as a coach at Black and Brave Wrestling Academy. He talks about his coaching style and the expectations he has for his students. He emphasizes the importance of hard work and learning as an artist in the wrestling industry. Rollins discusses his nickname, The Architect, and how it came about during his time in the Shield. He talks about his ability to plan and strategize matches to elicit the desired reactions from the audience. He also mentions the impact his daughter has had on his perspective and the support he receives from his wife, who is also a wrestler. Rollins shares his thoughts on his favorite match of all time and the defining moment of his career, which was his cash-in at WrestleMania. He talks about the importance of creating memorable moments in the wrestling industry. He also discusses his walkout song and the fan response to it. The conversation concludes with Rollins expressing his openness to working with other wrestlers and his interest in attending his brother's fight against Nate Diaz. He also shares his thoughts on Jake Paul's boxing career and predicts that Paul will have the edge in his fight against Diaz. Overall, the podcast provides an in-depth look into Seth Rollins' career, his thoughts on wrestling, and his personal life. Rollins shares his experiences and insights, giving listeners a comprehensive understanding of his journey in the WWE.